but I'll just show you the lemon. So you just pull it down, and as you peel it, it slices it into thin little strips, which is absolutely perfect for this Cumberland sauce recipe. Hi, I'm Charlie from Ask Charlie and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please do remember to subscribe and to ring the bell to be notified of my new videos. Today I'm back in the kitchen, I've got my pinny on and I have got my Christmas planner. So this was designed to take the stress out of Christmas. There are loads of things that you can do in advance and I want to share one of my recipes with you. So this is for Cumberland sauce, and Cumberland sauce works really well with a gammon. I tend to cook quite a few gammons over the Christmas period for various people, for shoot lunches and for us to enjoy. And Cumberland sauce is the perfect accompaniment, so I want to show you how it's done. Now I have got two OXO peelers. This one's potato peeler and this is a julienne peeler. And I've done my orange, but I'll just show you the lemon. So you just pull it down, and as you peel it, it slices it into thin little strips, which is absolutely perfect for this Cumberland sauce recipe. So I should just do a bit more of the lemon. It's quite important to try and not get too much pith, but we do boil it in a minute so the pith comes off, but you don't, the pith makes it bitter. Now if you don't have a julienne peeler, you can just use the potato peeler and just slice it off like that, and then using a sharp knife you can just cut through. Now this is how I always used to do it, but it is very time consuming, particularly if you're making Cumberland sauce for a large quantity, so this I highly recommend getting. But now I've got all of my strips pretty much separated, I've just got a few more here to do. You pop them into a saucepan. So I've just covered these with some water and now I'm going to boil them for about 5 minutes. And this takes out any bitterness. So it's really important to do that because you don't want your Cumberland sauce to be bitter. Now while I've got those boiling behind me, I'm just juicing half of one of the lemons that I've zested. And then I've got a little bowl here and a teaspoon. So I'm going to use a heaped teaspoon of ginger. Use it to take the lid off, and this is a new one, so I'm just take that off. So a good heaped teaspoon of that ground ginger in there, and then I've got some Coleman's mustard powder and a heaped teaspoon of that too. In there. And then I'm going to pour the juice from half the lemon in and just mix it. Now this is really important that you get out all lumps at this stage, so you want it into a nice smooth paste without any lumps, like that. That's perfect, so I'll just set that to one side, and then I'm going to just juice the orange, the whole orange this time. I'm now going to pop 4 tablespoons of port into another saucepan. One, 2, 3, 4. In there, and then I've got some of my homemade red currant jelly, and I'm going to pop 4 heaped tablespoons. Now my tablespoon doesn't actually fit in my jam jar, so I will probably pop 5 in for good measure, or 4 really big ones, but it's almost most of a jar. And then I'm going to whisk this together and heat it up. So I've got a little mini whisk, and I don't want to boil this, but I want to melt the red currant. So it takes 5 to 10 minutes and it reduces a little bit. the port reduces. And the red currant's really sweet, so that adds a sweetness to sauce, so you don't need to add any additional sugar. I've got my zest there boiling away, and I'm just going to leave that for sort of 5 minutes to melt completely. Now, I've obviously made my own red currant, but if you don't, a good quality red currant is best with Cumberland sauce, so Tiptree is a really good make as well. These have had a good 5 minutes boiling, so I'm just going to strain them. This is an OXO corner strainer, and it's really handy. It actually lives on the corner of my sink the whole time, and I can highly recommend having one of these in your kitchen. You can also pop it through the dishwasher, which is brilliant as well. So just scoop the rest of those back into the saucepan and just leave those to set for a moment. This is now melted beautifully, and I'm just going to add the juice from the orange into that mustard, ginger and juice of half a lemon, and just stir that through and make sure that's all nicely mixed in. Again, don't want any lumpy bits. Now I'm just pouring that, there are a few lumpy bits, but I'll whisk those out in a moment. Pour that into the red currant and port, and give that a good whisk together and whisk out any of those lumps that may sneak through. And then you add these. And again, whisk those in. And that is your Cumberland sauce done. It's absolutely delicious. You can make it a couple of weeks in advance and store it in the fridge in a jam jar, or you can even make it further in advance and freeze it. And it's just a really delicious accompaniment to gammon with dauphinoise or mashed potatoes or even roast potatoes. I think it works really well with cold gammon as well. And yeah, it's a wonderful sauce. I hope you enjoy it.